Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Education Exchange, and I am Hani Al-Qadi, your host tonight. I'm a little bit luckier than previous shows of this program because I have a lot of help here, so I'll get paid and do very little work. My predecessor and famous director of this show before, Kerry Watson, on my left side, a great teacher at the high school level in Iowa City. And we are hosting 3 of our stars of community activity in this district. On my right-hand side is Mr. Adam from West High. And next to him is Haley and Sophie from City High. And they are leaders in what we call the Interact Club 1440. And it's the high school level Rotary Club. And we are here to discuss this wonderful project and how it came about and how it was born. And I will start with you, Kerry.
Well, great. Yeah. Well, we're here primarily to talk about an upcoming event that City High and West High are working on together. And we've done this in the past. It's sort of an annual event, and it's called Dance for Humanity. And we'll be talking about the dance and all the things that we're going to be offering. And it's a really great opportunity for the 2 schools to work together and work towards a great cause here in our community.
So it's not a fundraising activity, is it?
It is.
It is a
Yes.
fundraising activity, including the art part.
Yes.
And this dance is what kind of dance? Tell me.
Well, traditionally last year especially, we had the University of Iowa Latin jazz bands come, and there was a lot of kind of 50s kind of swing dancing and
I like that.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was
it's
really
really
fun.
So fun. 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good balance of music because it's fun for both little kids and high school kids, and also adults in the community feel comfortable being there. It's not gross.
And we had a dance instructor come and teach us how to do different dances and stuff. And
Like salsa.
yeah, it was really cool.
So it has a diverse cultural
Yes.
part
Yeah, it
to
does,
it,
yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah, that's great. So what's this 1440? I didn't understand in your title.
Well, there are 1,440 minutes in a day. And so the goal of our club is to take advantage of each minute and just to make it mean something. So that's really why the name of our club comes from. And then we combined with, it's the Rotary sponsored group, so it's 1440 Interact. So it's a club that takes advantage of all the time in the day, and then we just try to go to help people out, do volunteer work.
But Kerry, does this organization have anything to do with the Rotary Club?
It does, actually, yep. The Rotary Clubs of Iowa City sponsor both of the clubs. We have adults from the Rotary Clubs who come to some of our meetings, are working with us on Dance for Humanity, sponsor trips to Jicotepec for interactors from both city and west. They go down in spring break for a week in Mexico and work in a service, sort of a service vacation, so to speak. And all of that is connected, and then they also financially help us out to be able to publicize and organize different events to help different organizations other than the Rotary out in the community.
I'm really pleased to see this kind of collaboration, cooperation between the 2 eminent schools in our district here. I mean, you used to have this kind of competition and rivalry, and now it is more cooperation and more helping each other. And tell me, for me, I understood that the 3 of you are seniors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And almost always in cases like this, you get the seniors leave, and then the club starts to vanish or disappear. Did you prepare for that moment, that you leave the school and some other people will follow your footsteps and pursue the same activity that you did?
Yes. Actually, our club is mostly predominantly underclassmen, and we have very competent juniors and sophomores waiting to step up to take our places.
This past year too, we had an election. When we elected co-presidents, we also elected a vice president who had to be a junior, so that he or she could learn sort of what it was like to be in a leadership role and watch us and sort of learn what it takes, so that next year, that when they're president, they'll know how it rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. No.
For our club at West, a third of our executive board is underclassmen, and then we have people. We actually meet in the freshman wing of the school, so that just being in the presence there actually draws kids in. People want to bring their friends to the club, come help out, and then when you get friends involved, it's a lot easier to go and volunteer and do certain events when you have your friends there. And it's not just you know, doing something all by yourself. So
We try and encourage people to actually volunteer in pairs,
Yeah.
because not only is it get you more likely to volunteer, but also when you go and you meet all these strangers, you at least have somebody that you're
To pair
comfortable
with.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more fun to get things done too. You
Yeah.
feel like you can
Yeah.
put yourself out there a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well,
Me-
let's
let's
look
see.
at. I brought a slideshow of kind of the Dance for Humanity, and we'll talk about that just a little bit more, and then we can talk about the two clubs separately and all the things that they've been doing this
That
year
would be
and
good.
the rest of
yeah.
the year.
That would be great.
So whenever it's coming up, it's got a couple images that we'll see. Looks like it's coming up on the back screen. So this year's dance, you
Yeah.
want to talk about some of the specifics?
So this year's dance, like it has been in the past, is being held at Old Brick, downtown Iowa City, and the time is from 7 to 10. And like Haley said, we are having the Latin jazz band from the university come and play live music for us, which is really fun. It's a different feel than having a DJ there because it's a band and it's more exciting, I think.
Oh, everybody danced last year.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like
It was the dance floor was packed.
Yeah.
yeah, even you
All
don't
night.
have to be good. You know what you're doing. It's just fun. Let's see. It's $5 for students to attend and $10 for adults to encourage more money for our fundraiser, since the funds are going to Habitat for Humanity.
You can buy the tickets online as well.
Yeah, if you go onto the Habitat website, I think it's under like events or something. There's a link that takes you there. You can buy them online.
And that's the Iowa Valley Habitat for
Valley.
Humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
And all of the proceeds that we raise through this dance go to Habitat. We don't keep any of them for our own clubs. And to contribute to that a little bit more than just admissions prices, we have a silent auction
Oh, yeah.
with students from both City and West go to different parts of town to ask for donations from businesses, which we then put into baskets and things and bid off.
I think last year it was something. I think it was a West High parent, maybe.
Yeah.
Are they doing that
Anita
again this
Rao.
year?
They actually moved away, but
Oh, bummer.
I know, but we're working on getting people that have like different cultural backgrounds to just sign up and say, hey, I'll cook a meal for your family, 8 or 10 people,
Right.
and that was the highest bidding one last year. It's been the highest
That's
bidding
such
one.
a neat-
Several
a
$100.
couple
What
times.
did
Yeah.
they do last
She
year?
it was an Indian cuisine type thing.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah,
I didn't even know that.
people would bid on that, and then once they bid it, she'll cook you food and then bring it to your house.
Yeah.
Great
Wow.
meal,
And
so.
serve
Yeah.
Do you
like
know
a
what she
dinner
made last
party.
year?
I don't know exactly what she made, but it was
Something
some kind of
Indian?
definitely
Yeah.
kind of indigenous.
I have a question. If somebody is sitting now watching this show, and this person, he or she, they don't have kids at either schools, can they come?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
So
open to the
it's
entire
open for
community.
the public.
Yeah, or
You
even
can
if you
actually,
have
yeah.
even if you have students in like at the elementary level or junior high, we greatly encourage you to come because it's a great experience for all ages. I think since the music is so versatile, and we also have like
There's no school the
cookies,
next
right?
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, and it's on.
It's on a Sunday night, but there's no school the next day because of President's Day weekend.
Yeah, so it's the Sunday the 19th February, which is a Sunday President's Day weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. You can also, if you want to, you can buy tickets from any of the kids and stuff.
Oh
that
yeah,
just-
I would like you to look at the camera and talk to our audience so that they will be encouraged to
Okay.
come and support you because,
You
yeah.
If you want to contribute to the event, but you don't exactly want to come dance or that's not your thing,
Right.
you can always buy tickets and then we'll give them to the people that are involved in, or people that are in the Ronald McDonald House so that they can come enjoy our event.
That's
And
a great
it's
idea.
just kind of on your
Yeah.
No,
Or
that's
yeah,
it.
and we will definitely take donations as well if
Yeah.
you are interested in making a donation greater than $10.
Right.
So.
Or if you're a business and
Yeah.
we haven't had a student come by and
Sure.
you'd like to, donate something as well to the silent auction, it's a great opportunity
Yeah.
to promote not just your business, but also the baskets that we put together are
Mhm.
very, very popular, and,
Sure.
and that's kind of where we make a lot of the money. Also,
It is definitely,
the
and like we
silent
said before,
auction.
all of the money goes to Habitat. We don't keep any of it for ourselves.
Right.
So
So where are we going from here? Now the dance fundraising ended,
Nope.
and what you're going to
No,
do?
it's the 19th.
No,
Oh,
right.
once it
no,
does.
I mean
Okay.
once it does.
No, it's still
It's
not.
not.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Now where are we going after that? Is there a vision of what you would like to do?
with our club,
Mhm.
Well, we
Yeah.
could maybe just talk about some of the things, that we have done and some of the projects that we're thinking
yeah,
about.
maybe the past year.
And I know with the old connection between us, Carrie,
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have been supervising a lot of activities before when we taught together.
Right.
And you have always looked at the kids as a source of creativity. You never said to them, well, let us do that or this. But you ask them, what would you like to do?
Yeah, this
Do
is
you-
not me. It's not. I mean, sometimes I'll throw an idea if I get an email from somebody.
Right.
But in fact, we just had BJ came with an idea. He's been coming to some of our meetings, and on his own thought, well, I heard about this, and I think we could maybe do this. And so he'll be taking that
And
project
he's a
to
freshman
us.
too.
And as a freshman, he's already showing that leadership. So all of these things are these guys kind of what they enjoy doing, and I'm assuming the same thing over at West.
Oh, yeah, of
Wouldn't you
course,
agree,
yeah.
Adam?
Yeah. I mean, we do a ton of stuff. And then we...
Such as?
Such as, you guys do this too, Matchmaker.
Yeah.
Every Valentine's Day, we have this survey thing, and it's really fun. So what you do is you fill out one, and then you'll turn it in, and then you can come back like a couple days later, and then you pay just like $1, and then you get this thing back, and it matches you up based on this survey that you took with other students in the school, and so it just kind of gives you a profile of people that are like you, and you share your interests and stuff. It's
Yeah.
kind of an interesting way to make friends.
Yeah,
It's
kind of
really,
fun.
it's really fun. It's like your top matches in school and like who
Right.
your best friend is and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And, it's
And
not
we
like,
and we usually donate ours. We either choose
A cause.
a cause. I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
kind of the same thing
we
you guys
do.
do?
Mostly Ronald McDonald House
Yeah.
and stuff. So
That
yeah.
sort of.
No.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I think last year we used the money that we raised actually to buy food to go to the Ronald McDonald House to
Yeah.
make
Oh,
the
cool.
food for our
Yeah.
dinners. 'cause
And
Yeah.
and we also
They get-
did the Japanese tsunami Red
Yeah. Oh, we
Cross
did.
donation.
We did.
A large
There's
donation
a
for that.
lot of
organization.
activities.
And with the red band things we sold.
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
we sold like the Live Strong bands, only they were red and said City High on them, and we donated it to Japan.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
To the Red Cross through Japan.
Cool. Yeah.
Good.
Of course, yeah, you guys do some great stuff like that. We, over Christmas, there was this kid, and his name was Chance, and we did this activity. He was in the Children's Hospital at the University of Iowa, and we did this thing where his wish for Christmas was to get 300 cards for him to, just say get better. You know, he had cancer, so we had everybody in the club write a card to Chance, and then we sent it to him. Now it was like a pretty big event. He got over like 20,000 cards.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's awesome.
So it's interesting. It's cool. His
Yeah,
name's Chance.
very
too,
cool.
so,
And
yeah.
it's Chance, yeah.
Well, it's sometimes I am kind of curious of my guests. What are their aspirations and hopes for the future? Because when you do this at the high school level, I kind of predict or expect you to have more role when you finish and graduate. So what each one of you is planning to do with their future, quickly, because I have about let's say 7 minutes or so to wrap it up.
You go first.
Okay. Well, I would definitely like to stay involved with the kind of Rotary and then kind of humanitarian projects throughout college, and then of course throughout my life too. I just think that it's so rewarding seeing the people you actually are affecting change upon, and just to see even if it's just something little that you can do, I don't know, paint a wall in their house or something, and then that can affect their life so much. So I definitely want to stay involved with that kind of change throughout my life.
I am also planning on staying involved in like service clubs and stuff like that in college. And I know through my college I plan on doing pre-med. And through my college, Davidson College in North Carolina, they have a project where you can go to Africa and Namibia, I think, and work in a hospital.
Where is that?
Namibia, or
Ah,
Davidson College.
Namibia. Okay.
Yeah. But I would go there and I would get course credit while also working in Africa. So
Very cool.
That's neat. Yeah, I as well hope to or plan on continuing service work in the future and perhaps even working for a nonprofit organization when the time comes for getting a job. And yeah, I think it would be really neat to go to another country and work some sort of service work in another country, but also continue to work in my communities so I can see how it affects the people around me.
I'm sure you're delighted to hear that.
Well, you know, I mean, I was just thinking about it. You know, all of the kids at Interact, and I'm assuming the same thing is over at West. I mean, we have some of the most active kids in our club with all of these other activities, you know, with sports and fine arts and jobs. And then the fact that they then, you know, take more of their time, that they have so precious little to do kind of the things that you're talking about, you know, you know, well, I can't do it on TV but, you know, Hani knows I cry very easily. But it's really inspiring to know that there's someone here to take care of us in our life and that there are people who are there to invest even when it's hard for them to do so. So, you know.
Before we say goodbye to you, I would like each one of you to look at the camera, talk to the audience, and say something about what would you like, what kind of support you would like to see from the community, and what other people who are really hungry to help will be ready to do.
And can I
So,
throw just something
yes,
real quick
sure.
in?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you should do the same as the publicist.
Okay, sure.
But, you know, both of our clubs have Facebook pages.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
people in the community
That's
can
very
go
good.
on it. Ours, you just have to search City High Interact Club. And
Yep, same West. Yeah,
West
1440
High,
Interact, whatever, yeah.
We have to put the 14.
Yeah, oh, you don't have to, but I'm
But it's a really great way to see, we post opportunities for
Right.
people to volunteer, but also to see, you know, kind of what we're doing
Yep.
and who's in it. So I just want to,
the
That's a-
group's open too, so everybody can join and everybody can read what's in there.
right,
And
right.
is it true that you can watch the education page in the newspaper now for information?
For
Are
yeah.
students writing for it or something?
Yes.
Yeah, the Your Schools page in Press Citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, both the West Side Story and the Little Hawk are both writing for that. So
So community members
Yeah.
can watch the newspapers.
every Monday, the Press Citizen has that Your Schools page. You can keep tabs on how your kids are doing in school. So
Yeah. So what are some other ways to contact or, you know,
Yeah.
the things I think about are if you are an organization that is in need of volunteers
Yeah.
or if you have ideas that you think would be good and you would interested in working alongside.
Yeah, or if you're interested in helping as well. I think the biggest thing for me, besides actually like donating your time or your money, is sort of trusting high school students, because I think oftentimes we get a bad rap for being very self-centered and not wanting to donate our time to do things to help other people. So I think the biggest thing for me is for the community to trust high school students that we are, for the majority, good people, and we want to do the right thing and to support us in that.
Everyone who's watching this right now, they are thinking how those kids are doing in school. So give me an idea. How are you doing? Good?
How are we doing in
well,
school?
Yes.
yeah. A's, B's.
Doing fantastic
Huh?
in school.
oh yeah,
So you are
Indeed are.
excellent in your school work too.
Yes.
I would say so. I definitely like math and science a little bit more. So that's kind of.
Oh, you mean you don't like art?
Oh yeah, I can. I like to take pictures. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's
what
that's
it is,
art.
So, yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta,
what do you think?
Yeah.
for volunteering,
Yeah.
well, volunteering wise, I think it's as easy as just going down to the library, and because the library actually has information about volunteering usually, and you can ask them, you can volunteer at the library. Going down to City Hall and asking like if they need help, like stream cleanups and stuff like that, it's not that hard. Or just like online, like type in volunteering Iowa City.
Or yeah, even people in like your workplace
Yeah.
or things really close to you oftentimes need help and you might not be aware.
Sure, and then definitely, if you ever need any volunteers, you can contact either one of the high schools. I guess whichever one's closer or something.
Yeah.
But and then just go to the main office, say, hey, I need some volunteers. Just help me get in touch with the Interact 1440 Club if you want to, and then
Yeah, just email the schools.
yeah,
And they'll
so
direct you to us.
Right.
it'll help you out.
Yeah, you just forward the emails to us.
Sure.
And
yeah. Get all the
are you going to recruit some other teachers to join you in this effort?
Well, we actually do have some teachers sometimes that,
Okay.
you know, the City High did Sand in the City this summer.
We did.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's quite
So
an
we did.
endeavor. My goodness.
It was an
I saw you guys. Actually.
Yeah, it was quite the endeavor, and we had several teachers who
Yeah.
who worked with us on that. But you know, they really don't need teachers. It's the student. You know, this is all the students. It's really they just need me for it to be official, I guess. I don't really do that much, honey. I just kind of, you know, maybe nudge a little bit,
Push us
but that's
along.
it,
You are doing
know.
enough, and we are so proud of you and your role. And as a matter of fact, I have to thank you very much for a wonderful, great show. I'm sure that you are going to get a lot of response from our audience, and this is a very noble cause that you are working for. And on behalf of John Kerhoff, Carrie Watson, you are a member of this family. You cannot deny yourself, you know. Mike Peterson and Doug and the two new camera people that joined us
Yeah.
today. I salute you, and I tell our audience that this show is going to be on Channel 18 on Monday at 7 p.m. On Channel 21, which is the educational channel. Please just follow the listing, and it will be pretty much every day for the next couple of weeks.
And then they can watch it tomorrow online, right?
Online, as a matter of fact, at Blip TV,
Yep.
as well as YouTube. Now YouTube is offering us the whole show, so it used to be like 5-10 minutes only, and then flip to another one. Now it's the whole show. You can watch it on YouTube. So thank you very much for this wonderful occasion.
Great to see
We
you.
are very proud of you, and keep going. And you have
Thank
all
you.
our support. Thank you.
So excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie, for everything
Yeah.
you do.